guys, welcome to the Beneath the Surface channel.
I'm Wesh,
and this is Slawanjira,
and we are all about wellness. Today, we shall be diving into the dimensions of wellness. Yes, there are dimensions to wellness.
Yeah.
So basically, we said last time, wellness is the cohesion between your soul, your body, your mind, everything just working together for you to have a rich life. And so those dimensions are basically spiritual, that is like your faith.
Yeah. Physical wellness. Yeah, just taking care of your body.
Yeah, taking care of your body.
And also how you view your body, like your body image. Physical.
Yeah.
There's physical aspect of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the emotional aspect, which is the relationships you have with yourself, with the community, with your friends and family, and also with your romantic partners.
Partner. Yeah.
And then there's
career, like work, your work life, your work and your career.
Yeah. Your money life.
Yeah.
Or basically anything involving your finances.
Yeah, and your trajectory, which is not emotional, like your output.
What are you giving to, actually? What are you giving to the world?
Yeah.
Or what do you want? Is there a purpose you feel like you want to serve, and like what are you doing towards serving that goal?
Exactly. Intellectual.
Yeah.
You have intellectual wellness as well.
Yeah. Stay curious. Like stay pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and trying to learn as many new things as possible and new cultures and stuffs like that.
Yeah. I feel with that it's just to expand your mind and to know that you're limitless. And explore different avenues that you're not necessarily interested in. Different hobbies.
Yeah.
Just for your mind to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You end up learning so much you didn't think. I think even you borrow things from other areas that you didn't think were of any interest that can apply now to either your current work or maybe just how you approach life in general.
Right. And then you can make connections in that hobby that will better you in one way or another, as usual.
You can't go wrong. At worst, you'll have learned a new skill. Yeah.
We've broken them down simply like that, but we want to delve deeper into these dimensions with our Wellness Wednesday episodes. So for this one, we want to really start with talking about the relationship aspect, the emotional wellness aspect, because I feel like that is what is traced to us and the foundation of everything. Like from when you're a child, I feel like, you see how we say inner child, the inner child is affected, or whatever the inner child is bothered with, the child you are, it's mainly emotional. It starts emotional and mental. Just also you build into physical, knowing your body, your identity in terms of career and stuff like that. So it's only right to
that. It's all fed by the emotion.
The emotional wellness, the emotional aspect of you. Right.
So basically, in emotional wellness, the one thing you must constantly do is reflect. And reflect is think about how you feel, think about how your actions affect others, think about how their actions affect you. Basically, just stay in touch with how you're feeling, honor how you're feeling. If you're angry, accept that you're angry. It does not necessarily mean you have to act on every emotion, but for you to be able to conquer it, you have to acknowledge it's there. Otherwise,
what are you doing?
This is how needs build up. I was reading about I can't remember where they were saying ati mtu amejamishwa na kitu ndogo dairo iko juu ya meza but amekuwa akifungia it was the about how women cry. They're like ati ntalia Friday. But me, I feel like it's a really good system because it's like on Monday something shitty happened and then you are like, yes, I accept it may happen, but I don't have time to cry about this right now. So.
Me, I think me when I do that, something will trigger. Like me, who was I telling how me nishapitishwa na mat twice na nililia. Like I cried from the stage to the house because I was so hurt, but it's other things.
Obviously, you can't be crying because Martin.
It was so painful in that moment, but unaka unajuliza as in, are you okay? Seriously, because of the following. the following day ndio niko okay, I'm not okay, I've had a hard week, I've had a rough time at work or at school, whatever. So it's important to be in touch with
how you're feeling,
how somebody makes you feel, how your partner makes you feel. Me hata nasemanga my biggest guiding star to whether I want a partner, a boyfriend, a guy, hata kama ni one date, it's just how they make me feel. You know, do they make you feel happy, stressed, tense, anxious, insecure? You know, you can be feeling insecure.
You feel like you need to do the most.
And you need to question that. That is something that can really guide your decision in the right way, in the right direction. Because it's like when you overlook how you feel, everything goes south from there.
Plus also, I feel like you're trusting another's judgment over your own. Your own intuition assessment is already telling you, I'm feeling like I'm feeling like going to buy new clothes, or I'm feeling like, and not because you just want to look pretty, like you really feel like your clothes are not
you need new clothes
suitable.
You
know, so if you're deferring judgment of yourself to other people, I mean that train is already
done sailed.
That ship done sailed.
So it's really important to be in touch with, and I'm not saying every day you're just like how am I feeling? It's basically reflection. Exactly. You just, when you hang out, the way you're saying, like when you hang out with your friends over the weekend, or like when we hang out, and then you may talk and feel
drained.
You know, there are people you hang out with and it's like,
guy, I need like a week
to recover. Unaweza lala hata wiki mzima juu amekuchokesha. So that's a good thing to look into when you're deciding.
It's a good barometer for
who should be in your life, who should you entertain, like,
true,
and why, right? So that is something that I feel is very important. And then and the things that affect, the relationships that affect how we feel are mostly, they are not tied to these people I'll mention, but they are mostly affected by those closest to us.
That's true.
Your partner, like we said, your family, your dad.
Your family.
Your relationship with your dad, your relationship with your... Have you ever met these people who ako poa, anaishi haupoa, umeenda kumtembelea, they are doing well in their life, they are working. Akiona simu ya mama yake, anaweza ivunja. Anaweza vunja simu, like, cause it's like, I know she's asking me for money, I know ananizushia, ama anajua tu ananiza. It gives you anxiety even, and you're a grown ass woman.
It do be like, see how all this shit is feeding into each other. Let's say you've already succeeded in, and this is why you have to prioritize like which parts of your wellness are priority to you, because it's not the same for everyone,
right?
Because like, I'm assuming like if you're born into wealth, the financial aspect may not be a big issue for you. So your priority might be, I don't know, maybe emotional and physical. Love, you know. So those types of, you have to decide for yourself which ones are the priority for you, which ones can you absolutely not live without them being big. And emotional is a big one, because not only is it about like your partners and your friends, your family. I think they can trigger like they can bring out the worst in you.
That's actually, you know, that is the foundation of your emotional wellness.
All your issues are from there. So
oh my gee. And if you look into people who are from like somewhat stable backgrounds or families, it translates. It translates in their work, translates in their romantic relationships. In as much as, of course, kutakuwa na some issues, like maybe you think that your partner will be as good as your dad was, and you end up in the shackles of a demon. It's very, when you ukichunguza sana, people who are very well adjusted, akina Michelle Obama and people like who, akina even Bezos, even akina many people who have made it in life. It is tied to, not tied, but kuna penye derive your stability.
More often than not,
more often than not, So that's a very crucial angle that we cannot overlook and be like, you know, it's so complex.
Like you have to, and then even for you to be able to like overcome all those obstacles, if you're not born from stability, doesn't mean now you can't achieve it on your own.
Right.
It will be definitely harder, but it's definitely worth the work, because I cannot imagine like you're being a slave to your emotions all the time, you know. Mtu ukipigiwa na nani una feel like utafend because you've not done the work so that you can be able to be like, you know what, you don't need to be interacting like this.
Yes.
Where every time nikiona call yako napata anxiety, I can't be living like this, you know. But you know, in African culture we do a lot of denial and a lot of people pleasing
and sweeping things under the rug.
We have the biggest rugs.
It's
we know how to sweep.
100%. Especially, I think it's what is that about?
I feel like it's a maintaining the peace kind of thing.
Right.
Like sasa kwa nini unapiga kelele? Even if mwenye anapiga kelele valid, the first instinct is not even to listen to what the person is complaining about. Is to be like, first stop.
Avoid your confrontation.
First stop. And I don't know, but maybe I'm sure it could even be tied to some colonial aspects.
Most likely.
Because like that whole it's like a panic. A real panic of where people
authority like
where stop making noise, you know.
100%.
Ni kama tuko preps tumepatwa tukimake like come on.
100%. There's that culture. Even there's someone who was saying actually how Kenyans we have that, but they may feel like we are abused. we are abused victims,
guy.
Cause people are saying Kenya hata mkinunua mafuta ya gari 1000 hamta strike. Kuna kauoga tuko nako.
It's true. That is true.
It's very ingrained in us. So when it kuja sasa chini kwa families and your dad was like that and his dad was like that and you're under his care, my friend,
itabidi umeti. Even and that's why we don't make question authority. We don't question when someone is doing something very clearly mad.
Yes,
we are still like, maybe there is
what's
no
the reason?
Who's that's the reason.
It's actually it's a culture. There's a culture of abuse and manipulation and oppression. They succeeded. Yes, they did. And so it translates in our family unit. And with that, actually, there's this time last, I won't mention who it was, but it was someone who is approaching 50. And we were having a meal and a drink. We were a few people. And then his mom called panic mood. So me, I'm like, what's up? As in nini? So she, unajua hata niuliza kwenye niko, unajua hata. I'm like, how old are you? He's almost 50, and that's not the issue, but it made me realize this thing called enmeshment, family, especially family enmeshment, where there's no boundaries. There's no hauna life yako. Like your life is everybody else's life. And everyone has a say. It's like you can't think for yourself. It really limits you up to old age. Say utakuwa mzee na uwezi order food peke yako, because that's what I witnessed with that guy. He was like, hata kwenda kuoda nyama lazima ningempeleka. Mimi ni dame, sijai order hata nyama kwa butchery like ile ya kukatwa na kupimisha na mkule. But it just showed me how family can affect you, like how your family dynamic can affect your output as a person until you're 50 and whatever. It's so important kuweza identify umse mbona ananifanya nifeel, because I feel like nobody has ever asked him mbona una tense.
That's odd.
Umse hata kama uko bar, as in, see, you can make that decision for yourself.
Plus also I think we usually tend to think that when we grow older, it magically somehow we will be able to like stand up, for lack of a better word, to our parents. But I which brings me also, I think it's boundaries. Right. There's nothing wrong or rude about setting boundaries, and even if it's with your parents, with your partner, and especially it's hard, especially with those people who are super close to you, because it's not always received well. But you have to, because I'm imagining if every time you get a call, first of all, there's general anxiety to deal with. There's a whole fucking pandemic to deal with.
I feel like we're always
we're already anxious. We are oppressed, we're already anxious. Let's say that. And then on top of that, now you have your own traumas in your life that you're dealing with. Inakuwa ngumu sana, and you have to be able to say like, actually no, I can't. I'm not going to be able to do that. Or at least try and find the courage to be like, okay, this is a choice I've made. I am going to own it. Like, you don't have to understand why I've made the choice, but it is my choice and I've made it. And if you love me, I need you to get on board. Right. Or you're okay with no one getting on board with it because it is your choice. Like
And also, what I have to mention, even for you to be able even to get there with the boundaries, also it's the same thing you're saying, the reflection thing. You can't be able to implement boundaries if you don't know what someone's actions are doing to you, or what someone's actions have done to you, how they've affected you, and where you are because of that. So when you're aware of that, I'm an advocate for this. Self-awareness, hiyo kitu ya reflection and reflecting, it really puts things into perspective. Unaona enyewe, imagine I will not take this, I don't care, by the way, but it will take time, because if you're in your early 20s, unaishi na mamako, and she comes into your room when you're not there, and she ransacks your things, and she reads your phone, and she whatever, it's difficult. That's why even you need to learn how to manage your emotional wellness, right? In that scenario, it's different from mtu ako peke yake kwa nyumba na try kujimanage.
That's true.
Yeah, so you need to know even where you are, because unaweza kuwa hata you have a child, umeget mtu kama me, for example, I live with my folks, then nimeenda kwa my folks, and then my mom hana boundaries, anataka kujua kila kitu, anataka kujua niko na contraceptive, like everything. So of course it's different, and it differs with every home for sure, but you know your place, know what you can do, what you can do. Hata kama ni 1 hour in a day, unaenda mahali, unakaa, meditate, just go back to yourself every chance you can get, ndio uweze ku-identify these things are draining me, I need to work on this so that I can get myself out of this.
This is how to survive until
this point.
It's true. It's compromise, and it's really just being aware of also your surroundings.
100%.
All of it is
and accepting
down to awareness. Awareness and accept your situation. Accept kule uko. Kama uko pabaya, pole brother, but uko pabaya, and it's normal. It's life is a pendulum. I don't even know if I want to say a pendulum. Something.
Ups and downs. See so.
You're good one time, you're bad another time. So we can't even again, self-worth, we can't be tying our self-worth to things like those that are being managed by anybody else, because as soon as you lose that thing that you think is the one that gives you value, all of a sudden you don't know who you are. Because you've always been this. I've always been the pretty one, or I've always been the one with a good job, or I've always been the one with my shit together, or the educated one, and then let's say my education, people will continue advancing, and you don't advance. So now what does that mean for you? What do you tie your worth to? So all of that, all of the answers, as cliche as it is, are literally within you. All of it is, whatever is happening outside you is supposed to affirm or validate whatever is coming from within. But you cannot do anything with the outside. You cannot use that to serve you if you don't know what is happening.
100%.
I even read somewhere someone was saying where you have different faces, and you can use, it was a TED Talk, I remembered, we show up in different ways. Sometimes when we're younger, we usually think you are one person. Me, this is who I am. I don't.
Right.
That's it. Then you find yourself, you're like, hey, me I'm so serious. Then unajipata uko na mbwakli. Kisikiza minor.
Oh my God, I can't.
And then you're like, I thought me nakwanga I'm serious. But you can be many different things.
You're multidimensional.
And you can use all those faces of yourself to serve you and your purpose and your higher,
100%.
need. But you can't do anything with any of that information unless you sit with who you are, and you sit with accepting the little things, and especially the things that you don't think so highly of yourself. Because these are, it's easy zinakamuko not today. Story nitafikiria kesho. Una postpone hadi unajipata una bust.
And then it's so funny that someone can be going through something, or there's something happening, and then they are aloof, I have do you know me? I have seen people for real kwao ni chaos, but then you're unable to perform in school. You're fighting every time you drink. Ukinywa shots mbili una fight. Alafu you're telling me ati pombe ilinisho ni fight.
Si bombe.
ni wewe uko na issues zako, umetoa kwenye umetoa na unajua ni wapi umetoa. Acceptance, it's so key.
It's hard to do, but
it's very hard. It's actually a journey even.
It's a whole process. Because I remember I was speaking to someone and I was saying like trauma is a thing, and then they were like, no, trauma is not a thing. And you just grow up. Just stop. Okay, just stop.
Babe, is it the same person? Me, I had the same exact conversation in my DMs.
No, I know it's not the same person because you don't know them.
Okay.
And you just stop. So you just stop like being depressed or something. Just stop. I'm like, really, I can't help it.
It's actually very irritating to me. Because I got that DM I had actually posted on my stories something about trauma, and then he DM'd me like a small paragraph there telling me how ati kama haujalala kwa bed za ICU time ya COVID haujui trauma ni nini. Ati hakuna kitu kama trauma, ni depression tunajiekea. I was like, okay. But then, for the first time, I was like, okay. Like, I can't, like, let's just agree to disagree. Because these are the people who, they minimize this thing, they end up married. Bibi yake anataka kumwambia hivi, mtoto ana go through hivi, then si hata sisi tulikuwa tunachapwa. Si hata sisi tulikuwa.
That's true.
You cannot walk around in 2021. Me kwanza hiyo niko na machungu, but sorry for another day. You cannot walk around saying that. Hey, you say me, I don't like talking about trauma. You know, the people like that, me, I don't want to address it, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to.
It's fine, all in your own time.
Yeah, but you cannot deny its impact in our society, in your own home. And trauma doesn't have to be when we come napigana, but
it shows up in different.
There are very many things that affect your emotional capacity as a person. So
I think also like part of all of this is when if let's say you should share your thoughts, like, right? You've reflected and I've discovered with you then I've come and I've told you, but I should also be I should also be present and active and listening to what you're telling me, because it's not, most of the times you find out people don't do things out of malice.
Right.
Most times hata ajui that anakuwa affective. Other times hata afikiri, honestly. Most 99% of the time akuangi huko. So like when you tell someone and they are communicating back, like it's so tempting to come from a high point of like I'm hurt actually, na nimekujia apology,
nimejam.
Lakini like an open active conversation where both of you are actively listening to each other is one where like information will end up like, oh, okay, and then now you understand a different aspect of this person that you didn't before, and obviously like your relationship becomes even better from there. Like you have to respect people's trauma. Obviously we don't experience life the same way, and what is trauma to me might be something like trivial to you, but it's a respect thing. If you come and tell me by the way phone yangu imeanguka na nimejam na nimedie, like how am I to come and tell you you shouldn't be mad at
material things? First of all, no, it's so true, babe. And also that also takes us to the point of it starts with you. When you are that in tune with yourself, and then you're able to understand where that person is coming from, and you're able to listen to that, and you're able to tell say hata level yangu, I will cut you off because like hatuwezi saidiana,
hata isikizana.
The people will only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. Preaching. But it's so true. So it's very important to be deep with yourself. Just reach within. Sink. Beneath the surface.
You're reflecting and as we're doing all this deep work, like it's also important to remember to be grateful for the little things we have.
Right.
It's sometimes hard. I usually keep a journal where you write 3 things you're grateful for each and every day. It makes you, some things we don't even think about, especially at a time like now. I think is when we're realizing that actually waking up every day healthy is actually not a thing.
Now you're like
just going outside and going out and you've done your things and coming back to the house and not getting sick or getting sick and getting through it, it's not to be taken as lightly as we usually do. Like
I don't think we've ever faced death the way we have.
Not like that.
No, I think our concept even of life has changed kabisa. Just waking, imagine at your life, your mother, your parents, your family, like everyone is okay. Right? That's like, what else do you need?
Me, even mine for death has really changed because when I actually got COVID and I felt like I'm going to see
Jesus
the
Christ.
Lord. I'm out space. Like it really makes you, that shit is all I can say is it's lonely. I think it makes you realize you are alone. It is you are surrounded there by your family members, but
and then also it makes you realize how small you are.
Man, imagine you're so insignificant. You'd literally be gone tomorrow, next week.
Business next week, same day, brother. Me hata saa zingine nakaanga nafikiria. Do you know how many hata jana nilikuwa town na nikiwa kwa match tunaangalia watu wakitembea. I'm thinking, imagine you're walking around like this and the thousands of people who have died since last year because of a fucking disease that we know of. As in it's here. As in people have died and we are just living, you know. So hata mimi ningekuwa one of them, ingekuwa too same.
And hata una realize so much is actually luck, and not anything. It's because luck. There's nothing special you did that
it's
to
not like
survive.
You bribed somebody.
Hakuna, it's literally ni bahati, ni siku yako haijafika, ni
my friend.
Everything so much is up to chance. It's ridiculous. You wonder why we spend so much time trying to control things that honestly we will never ever
ever be in control.
It's a little part freeing, part super depressing.
It is. It's also good to know I don't have to change the world. I mean, I can die, someone else can change the world. As in release yourself from those shackles of thinking that you're the most important person in the world. By the way, okay, to nishaisikiza TED Talk pia nasema hivyo, imagine you will not change them
at all.
You will not.
They will forget you as soon as you're gone. Only your family members
will cry. Like now, I'm sure the Kiajakoma family, they're still crying. Us guys are just, you know.
Yeah, we talked about it and we have the option of moving on.
We have the option. Exactly. So at the end of the day, you only have you. Yourself, managing yourself, managing your day, taking care of yourself, your happiness, your mind, kuweza kusieve, you know, like what matters, what doesn't.
That's true. Actually, that's the long and short of it. What matters,
and also
what doesn't.
Knowing that we win some, we lose some. You could be doing very well in life, but you're lacking in this.
Life is like,
not today. We're going to take something huge from you. It's inevitable. So at one point or the other, you're going to lose. Not even at one point. Every day,
you lose something.
You're losing. You've lost something that the way they say grief stays in your heart forever. So imagine you have that hole in your heart. Hata ukipata nini PhD, hata ukipata mansion, hata ukipata nini, it will never
it'll always be there.
So it's just knowing you win some, you lose some. Work with what you have. Nurture what you have. Be grateful for what you have.
Be kind to yourself. Oh my God.
Compassionate to oh my God.
I think that is the best. Me, oh my God, what I can say that has helped me personally is talking to myself kindly. Like I've really noticed a difference, even in how you see when you're trying to convince yourself to do something you're supposed to do, and sometimes it's just like
I don't wanna.
Like the way you talk to yourself. Like normally I'd be like hey my God, even the things I would say, I would never say that to
anybody.
Ataka sikupendi siwezi kwambia hivyo. But then I've noticed I'm more receptive to myself, to that inner voice when it's kind and when it's like encouraging, and it's not like 1 minute I'm feeling okay and then the other minute I'm not oscillating between two extreme emotions.
Right.
I'm like
you're managing.
I'm swimming through a nice feeling, if you get what I'm trying to say.
You're letting yourself just be.
It's helped us personally.
Personally
in this idea.
Me, I think it's definitely the people I keep around me. Even like you. Even like you just telling me, even this podcast, like us saying that the importance of it. Me, do you like it? You're being compassionate. I think you may take up recently in the recent past. Because I'd be like, I'm so fucking lazy, I'm so what, and so what, whatever. The aspect of my life that affects me mostly is the output thing.
Yeah.
So, and then you start asking, why is it that? And then you understand, oh, this is where I'm coming from. Oh, it's okay. Like, you've achieved this and this week. Yeah. You've gone through this and this and this. So, this week, you've achieved 3 things. Celebrate yourself. You're not like, you've done your best given what you have gone through.
Actually need perspective. All of it is perspective.
Yeah.
You can either look at all the things you didn't do, or you can look at
the things
you are able to do because you are able to do something.
Right.
I think I'll just end with smile. Chicheke manze, laugh.
Chicheke, laugh. Like just laugh, don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
And don't tie your worth to anybody else's opinion. And I know it's difficult, and we'll delve deeper into these things.
Yeah.
But just take it easy on yourself.
Take it easy.
It's a rough time. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Hey, you got this. Like,
this is a special situation to be in.
Yeah.
I think we have to account for that while we are dealing with our nini and taking accountability and punishing ourselves for not doing right.
Yeah.
Like, we have to take into account, like, the last time this has happened was like in 1918 or whenever.
Can you fucking believe that? Like, we'll never be the same again. I mean, this shit will be in history books. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Like 2019, please.
We are sorry.
Anyway, it's okay. But yeah, the point was just, be more reflective, be more in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
It really translates into every
all
other
aspect of
your life. So yeah. That was the point of it. Oh, that was short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Love it. Yes, so we hope you enjoyed that video.
Yeah.
And look out for the next one.
Bye.